Hey everyone, so today's recording is a bit, let's just say unexpected. I didn't have the exact equipment set up for when they had the actual spoilers come out for Commander Masters. Yeah, I'm just a little bit off my game apparently. And there were certain spoilers that got spoiled that really kind of knocked my socks off. I did not expect them, so yeah, I decided to make a quick episode on this, so bear with me. You don't get to see my lovely face on camera, but you get to hear my, well, obnoxious voice. So there you go. Let's jump into it, though. First up, we've got the Medallion Cycle is here. Well, okay, first of all, I'll say Pearl Medallion is here as an example for the Medallion Cycle. Artifact that costs 2. White spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Yeah, a fantastic effect. One that has seen, like, only one reprint, right? Tempest. Long time ago, and Commander 2014, also a long time ago. So yeah, this card has not seen many reprints at all, is a fantastic one in Commander, and yeah, it is a $32 card, and you're gonna see this as a pattern with these medallions again. Not a lot of reprints, very high price tag, because yeah, cost reduction in Commander is huge, and I think I already made a mistake earlier. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, Commander Masters spoiler season has started. That's why I'm talking about these reprints. So there you go. So yeah, that price tag on Pearl Medallion should be dropping down quite a bit with a reprint in this set. So there you go. Moving on, we've got, let's just go through them quickly. Jet Medallion, yet another one of the medallions. This one actually had, I think, the most reprints technically, although like a secret lair drop really isn't that much of a reprint, quantity-wise. That being said, yeah, Tempest Commander 2014, the list, and Secret Lair drop in total again about $32. There we go, 91 cents, nearly $33. Again, mono black decks out there love this. Just a couple of colors, if you've got black plus another color, that's probably still a good include in those kinds of decks as well, especially if you're in more of a spell slinger type deck. You're casting a bunch of spells, like maybe like a red deck, maybe with another color as well paired. So yeah, Ruby Medallion again, apparently $32 is just the number. I'm expecting all these to drop quite a bit. Again, this one did see 3 reprints. Commander Anthology Volume 2 is the other one. That being said, with this now 4th reprint for this one, that should drop it down quite a bit. Hopefully, maybe in the $20 range. It's definitely not going to be a card that I ever will play. No matter how many times they reprint it, it's probably never going to get below $8. Regardless, yeah, maybe you got a Spellslinger deck. Most likely an Izzet Spellslinger deck. You might want, these 2 medallions, Ruby and Sapphire. This one's for blue. This one is more budget friendly again. It's still very out of my budget range, but still $23.30 currently for this one. That should drop down, hopefully below, that $20 mark with this reprint. And the most budget friendly, the one that probably needs the least help, right? Green. Green, you already have a lot of ramp. You got plenty of ways to ramp. So yeah, Emerald Medallion is nice in reducing the cost of your spells, but you got a lot of other options when it comes to ramping as well. So this one is the cheapest out of all of them, $13 or so. Maybe that drops to below 10. I will mention that I am not an expert in MTG finance. So yeah, these are just guesses when it comes to the prices. That being said, yeah, I can be pretty assured to say, hey, these prices will drop with these reprints. Yeah, any Masters set, if this set is going to be popular, which I believe it will be, it should knock down prices quite a bit, which can be great for some other cards as well, including some ramp like, Regal Behemoth, which has never seen a reprint. And I believe Conspiracy didn't really have that big of a print run. Please correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong on that. That being said, yeah, this has never seen a reprint before. Regal Behemoth is a 5/5. It does say lizard. It actually got errated to be a dinosaur because I think this came out before Ixalan. It must have at least. For green, trample, enters the battlefield to become the monarch. Whenever you tap a land for mana while you're the monarch, you add additional 1 mana of any color. Basically, hey, double up your mana as long as you are the monarch. It's pretty fun, pretty impactful. Being able to double up mana and yeah, introduce the monarch is a really fun thing. Yeah, a $10 card right now, that should drop its price significantly with that reprint. Again, when we've only seen one reprint of a card, one actual printing of a card, and it was in a set that might have a small print run, and it's finally printed in a bigger print run set, yeah, that should knock it down quite a bit. At least I believe it will. Moving on. Wayward Swordtooth, yet another card that has never seen a reprint. Yeah, it had some promo versions from Ixalan, but still, Rivals of Ixalan, $8.54. This card is yet another way to ramp. Wizards loves ramp, apparently. I think actually one of the themes they mentioned, or one of the precons, I think, is also a ramp precon or ramp theme, essentially. So there you go. Wayward Swordtooth, 5/5 dinosaur. This one was given the dinosaur distinction, not a lizard. That costs 2 green. Ascend in Commander, you're going to get the City's Blessing. You're going to have 10 more permanents. Unless you're playing against CDH, you might not have enough permanents in play. But if you're playing just regular game of Commander, yeah, it's not going to go quick enough for you not to get to that amount. You eventually land on each of your turns, and it can attack or block us with the City's Blessing. The important part here is, hey, an extra way to get more and more lands into play. And once you do, hey, yeah, you'll get that City's Blessing quite quickly, and this is a great attacker for you and a great blocker for you. Again, a 5/5 for just 3 mana. When it comes to getting extra lands into play, though, Azusa is incredible at that. Yet another reprint, and I should mention on the right side, these haven't even shown up on Scryfall. That's how new these, announcements are, these spoilers are. So we shall see what their prices end up coming in at. That being said, the cheapest version of Azusa actually appears to be the Masters 25 version, $8.04. So, yeah, well, it's out of my budget. We'll see if this drops it down quite a bit again in this set. A 1/2 Monk for 2 and a green. They play additional lands on each of your turns. So, a fantastic land ramp commander that's just like, hey, draw more lands, put them into play, or maybe get them out of your graveyard. If you've got Crucible Worlds and, Evolving Wilds or any of those kinds of cards, essentially, to just keep, fetch land again and again and again. Or, bounce lands can, have some good effects as well. Landfall triggers, that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's just good in any kind of a deck in green that wants to ramp and can have a good amount of lands in your hand. Speaking of lands in your hand, Land Tax. Yeah, a fantastic enchantment. My goodness. This card has seen some printings over the years. Most recently, Double Masters before that Battle Bond. Sure, it was in the list too. That kind of counts, I guess. Still a $32-ish card. And yeah, this is a fantastic enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. If an opponent controls more lands than you, search the library for 3 basic land cards, put the real them, put in your hand, then shuffle. Yeah, this is great at just helping you basically set up the rest of your land drops for the rest of the game. As long as you've got the least amount of lands, well, not even the least, but less than one other player. So, hey, if you're not the green player at the table, if there's a green player at the table, they're probably land ramping, and they're going to be ahead of you with lands, so this can help you just ensure that you're hitting your land drops. And on top of that, of course, yeah, deck thinning as well. Now, deck thinning might not have all that much of an impact on just a small amount when it comes to, like, Evolving Wilds cracking, but hey, if you're getting 3 lands each turn, yeah, chances are much less likely that you are going to be drawing into lands as the game goes on. So there you go, a fantastic, well, turn 1 played a fantastic card in Commander. Again, $33. We'll see how much that one drops. Next up, Spell Seeker. This one's more of like a higher budget deck card, typically like a higher power level card. Probably more of a combo focus for a deck that's going to be utilizing this one. This is the first actual real reprint for this card. It's a $23 card currently for the Battle Bond version, which this one is. It was a Judge gift card for it, which is really expensive, and a Secret Lair drop, which is even more expensive than the Battle Bond version, but not as expensive as the Judge gift card. So yeah, not a real reprint for this one. This is the first one we've seen. A 1/1 Human Wizard for 2 and a blue. Enters the battlefield, search life for an instant sorcery card. If your main mana costs 2 or less, be open your hand, then shuffle. Yeah, a crazy good card. Again, can go get you that, crazy combo piece or whatever that you might need. Plenty of different combos I'm sure that you can go for, in higher, not higher stakes games, but higher power level games, essentially, CEDH. So yeah, definitely a card that can have a lot of an impact in those kinds of decks. I mean, also just a Spellslinger deck could use this too. We'll see how much that price drops again. I think Battle Bond had a decent print run, but still, I mean, this is the first reprint we've actually seen of it, the first real reprint, so we shall see how much that price drops. Moving on, Insurrection, one of the kind of like OG Commander finishers. 5 red sorcery. Untap all creatures gain control of them on turn. They gain haste on turn. A giant way to steal everything and then swing at your opponents and take them out with their own creatures. This one has seen a couple of reprints. I mean, this came out originally in Onslaught back when I first started playing Magic right around that time. We saw it in Plane Chase. We saw it in Commander 2011. Yeah, the most recent reprint was 2011. That is crazy. 12 years ago. A long time has passed since then, and yeah, a lot of other finishers have come along. That being said, Insurrection is still a great one, still sees a good amount of play. It's an $11 card. That should drop down, I believe, pretty significantly with this reprint. Next up, let's talk about yet another commander that's getting a reprint. Kozilek, the Great Distortion, one of the most popular colorless commanders out there. Might be the most popular. Regardless, $11 right now. This one, again, really hasn't seen a reprint. It had a Secret Lair drop. It had a promo version of it, but yeah, the original version is basically, yeah, the one that, you saw most print of. And now we have yet another big print run, hopefully with Commander Masters, to knock that price down even more so. If you're looking for an Eldrazi deck, if you're looking for, yeah, a Kozilek specific deck, if you're looking for just a colorless deck, this is a good include in those if you can afford to get it out. Again, 8 colorless, Eldrazi. Now you cast a spell if you have fewer more than 7 cards in your hand. Draw cards, deal the difference. Menace, discard a card, mana value X, card target spell, mana value X. A heavy hitter that can get through on your opponents. 2-shot KO if it is your commander. And yeah, a way to refill your hand very easily when you cast it. So maybe you got some ways to bounce it back, recast it, and then control things because you can discard spells, or discard cards, I should say, to counter spells. So yeah, a very, very impactful Eldrazi. Next up, Maelstrom Wanderer, yet another commander that was reprinted. 7/5 Legendary Creature Elemental for 5 green, blue, red. Creature control of haste, that's nice. Cascade, Cascade. So yeah, get free things off the top of your library. Again, with that high mana value of 8, you can hit some massive things to get into play for free. This one, again, over the years, has seen a couple of printings. I mean, it came out in Plane Chase, which, yeah, I mean, there you go, quite a long time ago, 2012. Commander's Arsenal, Eternal Masters, Plane Chase Anthology, Commander Legends. It has had its price knocked down to around $12 with that Commander Legends printing. That being said, it has been a couple years since Commander Legends, so we'll see if this knocks it down, probably underneath $10 at the very least. But yeah, if you have a Cascade deck, or if you got a deck completely built around this, or you want to, yeah, it's a good pickup, obviously, if you want to build a Commander deck around it. Who knew? Moving on to our final card that I'm going to be highlighting today, Omnath, Locus of Mana. Yet another, commander or card that works in, other decks out there that might be very mana hungry, or mana intensive, I should say. A 1/1 elemental for 2 and 8 green. You don't lose unspent green mana as steps and phases end. Omnath, Locus of Mana gives you +1/+1, or gets +1 for each unspent green mana you have. So in a mono green deck, yeah, this can be a great way to just save up, kind of like a mana bank for you, to save up your green mana to utilize for big spicy spells. And also, this just gets huge and can hit really hard. Yeah, this is probably more popular, I would say, as a commander in the 99. So yeah, it is a good card. It should drop down a little bit. The last reprint that we saw, I mean, Commander Collection did have a decent print run, I think. But yeah, I mean, the actual kind of reprints we saw from the Vault Legends, World Wake, we haven't really seen like a big reprint of this. So we shall see if this knocks it down quite a bit. But yeah, those are the cards I'm highlighting today. For the spoilers for Commander Masters, there should be, I believe, throughout the entire week, and maybe going on until next week. Although I think actually next week, I think, is the actual Commander Precons that do have new cards in them. So yeah, make sure you're staying tuned for those kinds of spoilers, the new card spoilers. But still, very excited to see some powerful cards reprinted, some expensive cards reprinted, hopefully getting their prices knocked down. And I should mention, Sol Ring is actually seeing a reprint, I think, for the first time in a long time in this actual set. Not just the Commander Precons, but in the actual set, we are seeing that printing as well. So yeah, that hopefully will knock its price down, to a point where maybe even I can start using it underneath $1. So we shall see. Regardless, comment below with your thoughts on all of this. Make sure you stay tuned for more exciting episodes. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.